They are the first family of groundskeepers. It all began with Emil Bossard, who was the head groundskeeper for the Cleveland Indians for 25 years, beginning in 1936. His son Gene was only 22 when he landed the same position on the south side of Chicago for the White Sox back in 1940. And his son Roger, already working as his assistant, took over for him in the Windy City when Gene retired back in 1983. And it doesn't end there.
There's 6 of us that have been in Major League Baseball. My grandfather, my dad, of course, my 2 uncles. My cousin Brian was the head guy with the Yankees and San Diego Padres, and then myself. We have over, I think, close to 230 years in the industry, and it's all been good. We've done a good job at tricking everybody.
No one has been fooled. You don't earn the nickname the Sod Father with smoke and mirrors. The only tricks his family has turned are the ones known to help a team create a true home field advantage.
Tilting to the foul lines, raising to the mound. Years ago, when we had a slow outfield, we literally let the outfield grass in right center and left center grow an extra 3 or 4 days to slow the ball down because we didn't have quick outfielders. I'm going back to the 70s, but these are kind of things that are done.
Being a groundskeeper goes far beyond just cutting the grass and watering the field. In fact, when the team is in town for a homestand, Bossard logs between 100 and 115 hours a week, and he might have a total of 10 days off from early February through mid-October. But you'll never catch him complaining.
This is my 50th year with the Chicago White Sox. And I've got to tell you, there hasn't been one day where I've woken up and said, oh man, I hate to go to work. You know what? No, there has been one day. The infamous disco demolition.
On July 12, 1979, the White Sox, looking to fill seats at Comiskey Park during a down season, staged an anti-disco promotional night featuring local DJ Steve Dahl blowing up a giant box of disco records in the outfield between games of a twilight doubleheader. Thousands of fans rushed the field afterward, a chaotic scene that damaged the field badly enough that the second game had to be forfeited.
I remember calling up the sod grower at 1:15 in the morning. He thought I was joking. He thought I was in a bar having a cocktail when I'm asking him I need 700 yards of sod at 7 a.m. It was really something.
That one bad moment has been overshadowed by many good ones over 50 years, none more thrilling than the White Sox World Series win in 2005.
And the White Sox celebrate their first title in 88 years.
When you have seasons like that, when you're the groundkeeper, there are no bad hops. When you're winning, when there's a lot of W's, everything's always great. It was that kind of year. You know, and we just had such a great group of guys.
It was a perfect moment for a man who strives for perfection to this day.
A good groundkeeper, he tailors the field to what his players want.
It's that work ethic that has made him so successful in designing fields and creating a revolutionary drainage and irrigation system that is now used at ballparks all over Major League Baseball.
You literally can get one inch of moisture on the field. An instant downpour, a microburst, if you will, is over 100,000 gallons of water. And with my system, with my drainage system, we literally are able to take that and play 20 minutes later.
25 fields in the major leagues use Bossard's system, including Fenway in Boston, Comerica Park in Detroit, Safeco Field in Seattle, and Wrigley Field, where the White Sox crosstown rival the Chicago Cubs play. A project that became the most challenging of his career.
All their infrastructure around the stadium is 100 to 120 years old, so I couldn't really do everything I wanted as far as the release of the moisture that you get for a rain delay, so I actually had to put a lot of containment areas of moisture underneath the field. The people actually don't know, over in Wrigley Field there, I've got 12 different lines that are 24 inches wide. That alone accumulates over 30,000 gallons of water.
While the Wrigley project was his most challenging, his most memorable wasn't even in baseball. Back in the mid-'80s, he was hired by a member of the royal family in Saudi Arabia to build soccer fields.
He was the George Steinbrenner of soccer. in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That's a capital. He wanted the first natural turf grass fields, and I gave them to him. I gave him 4. They have over 30 now in Saudi Arabia.
As much as groundskeeping is in the family's blood, there likely won't be a 4th-generation groundskeeper. Bossard wants a different life for his son Brandon, who is now 18 and just graduated from high school. As for Bossard's future plans, at 67, he doesn't show any signs of slowing down and has no current plans for retirement.